I'm John McLean, the creator of Lazarus.com, the most popular inner game training for online marketers in the world. And this is a response to the video Greg Habstritt reveals the simple approach to wealth creation. Now this clip comes from a seminar event that Greg Habstritt did back in 2009, but he put it up there for you because he wants to stimulate your imagination. He wants you to start asking yourself, what's possible for me? You know, what can my financial future look like? I mean, forget the past, that's behind us. What can I accomplish, me personally accomplish in the future? And in this short video, he lays a foundation. He gives us a framework for what he calls the 6 pillars of wealth that we can build on towards an abundant future. These pillars are the strategy, intentions, mindset, principles, leverage, and execution. Each of which is just as important as the other, but they all go together to create this synergy of goodness that can drive you in an important direction for your financial future. All right, let's go to the whiteboard and explore this a little more. So again, strategy, intentions, mindset, principles, leverage, and execution. Now in this video, Greg Habstritt tells the story of how he came up with these important pillars of wealth creation on their own, each one, and then he looked at them and went, wait a minute, if I move this one over here, that spells out simple, which is, the great part about it is he points out that, these steps are simple. They're not necessarily easy. I mean, get rich quick artists, they're all about easy. Okay, make an easy buck, right? Push this button, make some easy money, right? That's different from simple. Simple means it's accessible. Simple means it's attainable. But you've got to take action on it as well. The other interesting part of it, how it all came out to be simple, is of course Greg Habstritt's company is called Simple Wealth. So a nice little serendipitous bit there as well. My sort of belief is that, and your mileage may vary, but I believe if you're going down the right path, right, of discovery, of sharing with people, of productivity, then the universe kind of drops little yummy treats in your path. It says, oh, here's this money, here's this romantic partner, here's a way to lose some weight that you wanted to lose, or whatever the case may be. In this case, the universe said, great, you're doing a good job. Look, here, I'm just going to throw this little yummy treat. The pillars that you came up with for wealth creation will happen to spell out simple. And everything will tie back in together. It's a beautiful thing. All right, so strategy, that's an important part of, having a strategy for building your financial abundance is important, but as he rightly points out in his video, that's the place where many experts basically stop. That's the beginning and the end of their advice, is to have a strategy. All right, it's a starting point. It goes on beyond that. And then intentions, which he translates to really meaning goals. And I'll tell you, the great Earl Nightingale, in the most famous audio recording ever, spoken word, The Strangest Secret, he talks about the importance of having a destination, to know where you're going. He says, a person without goals, it's like you're on a ship. You've got a ship here, and it's in a harbor, right? Well, it's adrift. You've got no crew, no captain, no nothing. The chances of that ship getting anywhere, well, they're virtually zero, right? I mean, it'll bounce around, be banged around the harbor itself. Now, it doesn't matter where your ship is going. Whether your ship is going to Macau, or going to Buenos Aires, or whether it's going to Galveston, Texas. Well, I don't know about Galveston, Texas, but there's other places, all right? It doesn't matter where it's going, but it's got to be going somewhere. You have to have the ship sailing in a particular direction. In the case of financial abundance, you got to know where you're going to be going. Now this step, mindset, is in my estimation probably the most important step of all. And it's a step that many of the experts, especially in the financial advice space, go leave out completely. I mean, they just don't even bother to mention it. And I found in my experience and working with others, with my clients, that you can't just randomly adopt a mindset. You have to understand at a profound level, deep within you, why you're doing something, if you want to actually get there. I mean, many people go, okay, everybody talks about becoming a millionaire, and what a lovely thing that is, so I think I'll become a millionaire. Well, it doesn't really work that way. What kind of, really? I'll become a millionaire? And, okay, then on to the next thing on my to-do list. All right? I mean, it's sort of like, say you said, you know what, I've decided I want to go visit Canada. And then everybody's like, that's great, it's going to go visit Canada. And then one of your friends says, why are you going to go visit Canada? What's in Canada? And you're like, I don't know. I mean, what's in Canada? I'm teasing, of course, because Greg Habstritt is from Canada. So Canada is an amazing place. I think you should put it at the top of your travel list, the very top of the second page or so. I mean, really, Grand Canyon, Canada. I mean, come on. But still, I mean, if you get around to it, if you visit every place else, you got no place to go. Visit Canada.
Oh, Canada,
So the truth is, before you decide to become a millionaire, you want to start opening yourself up and asking yourself questions like, how do I want to change the world? How do I want to let my light shine in the world? And then everything starts to flow from within you. Again, most people just say, oh, I've decided to become a millionaire. And they leave it at that. I mean, literally leave it at that. Because after they decide it, they don't take any action at all. They're off to the next shiny thing. Oh, look, a kitty. Right? But if you're serious about wealth creation, eventually you're going to have to adopt the mindset that goes along with creating wealth and abundance in your life. You're going to have to make that decision. As Greg Habstritt says in this video, with a poor mindset, you're never going to be wealthy. And finally, an important distinction that I found in working with people in the inner game of their success is helping them get to the realization that it's not about the money. It's about you. Right? I mean, sure, to become successful, become wealthy, you need these 6 principles. You need strategy, intention, mindset, principles, leverage, and please don't forget the execution. Right? You need all those things, but it doesn't end there. Becoming a millionaire, becoming successful in any area of your life isn't about, the millionaire isn't about the money in the bank. It's about who you become. Becoming the captain of the ship of your life. That's the journey. Everything else just falls into place once you have that, once you decide, I'm in charge. I own my life. I'm responsible for my life. I'm going to do whatever it takes to become the captain. So this friend of mine, an actress, one day we were talking and she says, I really want to find a rich man. I want to attract a rich man in my life. What do I do? Where do I go? How do I meet a rich man? And I said to her, well, it's not like that. It doesn't work that way. You don't go out and meet a rich guy. What you want to do is you want to become the sort of woman that a rich man would want to have in his life. You want to become the sort of woman that a rich man would be attracted to. Do that, and then he'll find you. All right? So she's like, oh, okay, I never thought of it that way. Went off and did that. All right? A few weeks or a month or so later, I ran into her, and I was like, well, how's it going with the finding the rich man? She goes, you know what? I realized I don't want a rich man. As I started to become that kind of woman, that person, as I started opening up, I realized that's not what I want. I want to become rich myself on my own merits. If I meet a rich guy, that's great. But that's no longer my goal. She had changed. And that's the level I'm talking about. When you change from the inside out, all kinds of new distinctions and possibilities and avenues for your success emerge that you never thought possible. All right, let's go back over to the green screen portion. I like to divide things into like the whiteboard and the green screen. Just makes... I don't know, just works better that way. And finally, the most important step, and the one that many experts conveniently leave out, and that's why you should learn from a trusted authority like Greg Habstritt, and that is execution. I mean, if you don't take action, you've got nothing, right? You've got nothing. You're there on your ship in the harbor, right? You've got a destination. You know where you're going. You've done what it takes to become the captain, and everything that it means to be the captain of a ship. Well, there's still one last thing you got to do, right? You got to raise the sails. If you don't raise the sails, you're not going anywhere. One of my personal teachers and mentor, Robert Delf, likes to say, knowledge is only a rumor until you get it in your muscles. Or as Stephen Covey says, to know and to not do is to not know. Let that sink in a bit. Yeah, right? If you're not doing it, what difference does it make that you even know how to do it? And that's one of the things I like best about Greg Habstritt. He's one of the few trusted authorities who really spend a little bit of time in the inner game portion of what he's sharing with you in the direction that he's taking you. He understands that basically the outer game, the tips and techniques we hear all the time, that's just the little bit that's poking up of the iceberg above the surface. That the real game, that's 7/8, 9/10, whatever amount that it is of the iceberg, that's under the dark, mysterious water, that's beautiful down there. And you know, that's the part of us who never sees the light of day. But that's really where the party's taking place. In our financial success, in our entrepreneurial success, our romantic success, really all the different parts of our lives. The stuff that's happening beneath the surface is what counts. All right, thanks so much for playing. If you want to know more and discover more about your inner game as regards to internet marketing, come visit me at Lazarus.com. And until then, remember to love yourself. Lazarus.com, the most popular inner game training for online marketers in the world.